So I have the unenvious task of following two great presentations and being between you and lunch. So I'd better have a heck of a message. But the cool thing about going third is I've had a chance to observe all of you. So I know exactly who's working the crackberry. I know who's using their iPhones. I'll be watching you closely during my presentation. All right, look, your time is incredibly valuable. I want to make the best use of it. I have attended hundreds of these types of presentations. And if you asked me what was covered during them, I could not tell you to save my life. Okay? I personally have got to find a way to leave a mark on you. So let's think about this for just a moment. I'll tell you what, if during my brief time with you here today, if I could give you one takeaway, one thing that you could take back to the office and start to use tomorrow, would it be fair to say that your time was well spent?
Yes.
So if I could give you two. All right, we're going to set the bar at 1, okay? But I think you're going to get more than that. Okay, so how should we start this thing off? How about if we start off with a story, okay? I'm of an age where now every year I have to go in for a physical. Okay? But it's cool. I've got a routine with my doctor. I show up, we spend 10 minutes together, he says you're fine and healthy, get out of there. Cool. I got no problems with that. 2 years ago, my doctor seemed to have forgotten how to play his role in this. He was doing that little stethoscope thing, you know, checking out, and he kept doing it. You know, that should only take a couple seconds. But he kept listening and listening. Eventually, he took off the stethoscope and he looked at me and he said, you know, I'm hearing something that just seems a little bit off. Probably not that big of a deal, but I need to send you to a cardiologist. His office set up an appointment with a cardiologist for me later that day. If you're not currently seeing a cardiologist, let me tell you something. They're really in demand. You don't get to see them the day that your doctor decides to set up an appointment, unless there's something seriously wrong with you. I didn't know that then. Anyway, went and saw the cardiologist. Worst doctor I've ever seen in my life. I showed up, he hooked me up to a bunch of wires, collected some data, took a look at it, and said, you got an irregular heartbeat. You know, that can lead to catastrophic heart failure. You need to go see an electrocardiologist. He threw some brochures at me about heart health, and he was out of the room. Oh? This is the worst day ever. I went and saw an electrocardiologist. By the way, they make more money than a cardiologist does. Best doctor ever. He showed up, he had a little model of the human heart. He said, what's going on in your heart is like when you put low-octane gas into a car. You've developed basically a knock. And yeah, over time, that can do some damage to the heart. But you know what? I fixed this problem. I fixed it in lots of other people. I can fix it in you. He set up a procedure, had the procedure, I'm all fine today. Both doctors had the same set of information, but the cardiologist presented it in a horrible way. I would never want to go back to him again. The electrocardiologist, on the other hand, did a great job. Same information, he just did a much better job of presenting it. Maybe there's a lesson for us to learn here. It's how you present the information that can make the impact on the people that you're presenting it to. Fantastic. So you guys work in the supply chain industry. Hopefully your company fully understands how incredibly important you are. Right? Okay. So as a nation, we're sort of crawling out of one of the longest, darkest recessions that any of us can remember. And during that time period, companies seem to be chucking their supply chain professionals left and right. Okay? Why was that? Don't they understand just how incredibly valuable you really are? Or instead, do they view supply chain as an area that's more of an administrative area, that they can staff up when times are good and cut to the bone when times aren't so good? We need to change this. We need to find a way to make your company see you in a different light. Okay? You add value to the company. With you on board, they can achieve their goals. If they don't have you, they're going to struggle to be successful, and arguably they'll struggle to stay in business. Now, I have 25 years of experience working in the marketing field. I like to create complex new products. During that time, I've learned two important things. The first one is before I launch a product, I need to sit down and work with my procurement teams. I need to make sure that I have a strong supply chain set up long before I try to bring a product to market. The second thing that I've learned is that after I bring the product to market, I need to continue to work with that supply chain team. Because stuff happens, as they like to say, right? When my customers go to buy my products out of a catalog, out of a store, or even online, it's got to be there. Otherwise, they're not going to buy it, they're going to go away, and they will never return to make that purchase.